Dheeraj bro, what are you doing in the toilet for so long? Shouted Bharath while Dheeraj was hugging the toilet for hours after the sleepover at Bharath's house. Just 1 minute, main, replied Dheeraj. Bharath busted open the door, having enough of Dheeraj. What the actual shit, Dheeraj? Exclaimed Bharath in horror. Why are you jacking off at my house? After that awkward altercation, which both parties enjoyed, yet falsified their feelings, they both sat on the bath in the toilet, discussing the plans for this new superhero group. Bro, I don't think we can do this ourselves, Dheeraj stated in a concerned manner. You think we should recruit more in the group? Asked Bharath. Yeah, exactly. But who, man? Let's think. What about Akil? Listed Bharath in a formal manner. No, not Chiku. He talks too much about Newton's bloody laws. The absolute shit, rebutted Dheeraj. What about Big Nick? Asked Bharath again. Dheeraj and Bharath both looked at each other and started laughing their lungs out. Ha 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 ha! Nikhil? Bro, no way! He's literally the fattest shit we know, bro! After a solid 20 minutes of laughter, Dheeraj and Bharath settled on an old friend. Let's head to Parikshit's house, Dheeraj. He'll be essential for this group for sure. The dirt and rubble crumbled underneath Dheeraj and Bharath's sandals as they walked through the dust-flooded streets towards Parikshit's humble abode. The sun stung heavily on them. Directly overhead, it filled the streets, corroding houses and dense vehicles with a golden light. Taken in the environment, Bharath and Dheeraj started to notice the beauty of their lands, and it further fueled their motivation to keep it forever protected. The birds chirped and the cows gently hauled through the road with their white fur coat. Ah, here it is, sighed Bharath. It's been a long time. As a duo stepped onto the decking, they knocked on the door. Hello, Parik! They both shouted in excitement, finally being able to enter his house after many years. A quick scuttle came towards the door. Parikshit looked through the eye hole. Oh God, not these blithering idiots, he thought to himself, reluctant to invite them in like always. Parikshit was a bit of a recluse and didn't invite even the best of his friends into his house for odd excuses such as I am a shit host or I don't have the feeling and other homosexual tendencies. He pulled the door open just a little and stuck his head out. What the bloody hell do you fools want? Aggressively questioned Parikshit. We have important ideas and discussions that we need to share with you, bro, for the good of India and its people, stated Bharath. Can we please come in? Perry, it's been so long. No, just get out, bluntly put. Parikshit closed the door and shooed off the duo. Perry, just because you have dildos to hide doesn't mean you can't let us in, shouted Bharath as Dheeraj pushed open the door. With resistance, hands spread against the door, Parikshit pushed with all his might to keep those two fools out of his home. But Parikshit could not overcome both Dheeraj and Bharath's combined strength. They came quickly tumbling in. After some time was spent calming Parikshit down as he was stressing over having a few friends over to his house, the trio had sat down and discussed the future plans of the new superhero group, ready to protect India. Parikshit, knowing he had to get out of the house, happily accepted to join and defend the streets of India alongside both Bharath and Dheeraj, They all talked about how they would function as a group and what they would do. We must stop these petty criminals and crimes that are conducted on the streets. But little did they know, they were destined for greater things. As the group disbanded for the night, and the next day, Parikshit decided to head to the markets during the afternoon in search of new clothing to fit his new superhero group. The hustle and bustle of the thick markets tugged and pulled at Parikshit's shoulder, and his beard twinkled in the light. The markets were something of its own. As Parikshit pulled through the crowds with careful steps, he felt a hand brush against his ass. He thought nothing of it. It must have been just someone walking by, but it happened again. Parikshit looked around the market with heads bobbing left and right. It seemed like a chaotic mess, yet moved smoothly like the Ganges river. He turned back and continued his endeavor through the markets. Tichak! Something grabbed at Parikshit's ass. Oh, what an ass! Complimented a voice in the crowd. Parikshit knew exactly who it was. Oh my god. This is a bad coincidence. It's the fattest and most retard fool of them all, Nikhil. Reluctantly, Parikshit turned around to face what was, as they all called him, the fattest shit. Nikhil towered over Parikshit. Oh, Perry, it's been so long. What have you been doing? Not being too gay, I hope? Nikhil chuckled at his own joke. Parikshit was already used to this stupidity, so he just sighed and said, "Nothing much, Nikhil. I am just doing some shopping and I am very, very busy, so I must leave." "So, what are you buying?" Intrigued, asked Nikhil. "None of your business." "Come on, bro, just for the throwbacks. Can you tell me?" Negotiated Nikhil with his poor English. Just no, Nikhil," Parikshit stated. Parikshit started to sound very suspicious. "Oh, well, if you won't tell me, I'll just follow you." Hehe, blackmailing Nikhil. Nikhil, the poor fellow, didn't really have anything to do as of late, so here he was annoying Parikshit. Nikhil was recently let off from the Indian military after finally being accepted for many years in the service as a cadet. This really destroyed him, so Nikhil hasn't looked at any jobs and definitely let himself go both in the fat department and the stank department. Nikhil was unfortunately fired from the military because he was conducting sinful activities like incest. After a few minutes of constant rebuttals, Parikshit continued to lie until he couldn't hold it. "Arey shut! Nikhil, you are one bastard, aren't you?" shouted Parikshit. "Yeah, that is right, Perry, you fat. You better tell me. I'm buying some new clothes for the superhero group that Bharath and Dheeraj and I are creating to save the streets of India," spurted Parikshit. "Wow, it's only been like 3 years since I left you guys and you're already dogging me out?" Nikhil pitied himself. "Yeah, well, we never really cared about you." "Oh, so that's how it really is, huh? Well then, I am joining without your permission, Perry, and I don't care if Bharath and Dheeraj don't want me. I will be there." Parikshit realized that he did really slip up this time, and that Bharath and Dheeraj were not going to be happy. Nikhil, like a fly, a really fat pesky one, stuck around Parikshit for the whole market ordeal. Parikshit's sweatpants trickled down his forehead in anger and frustration as he sifted through the thick markets filled with eager customers. At the end, Parikshit had to force himself to Dheeraj's house with Nikhil lagging behind. Unlike Parikshit, Dheeraj opened the door, but in a split second his smile turned into sudden disgust and frustrated face. "Oh my god! Perry, why did you bring this fat shit here?" exclaimed Dheeraj. And as soon as he said that, Bharath popped his head in and smacked his palm into his head. Only trust Parikshit to do something stupid of this magnitude. "Hey guys, what is Renda's vows at Dheeraj house? Is it superhero Captain Groot?" questioned Nikhil eagerly behind Parikshit. There was a slight pause in the whole situation. Eyes started and looks were exchanged. What the fuck? Perry, you absolute blithering moron. You've outdone it again. Sometime we think you like us and then you completely fuck us over. Just get out, you mangy fool, Nikhil. And you too, Parik, you absolute retard. In anger with a short fuse blurted out Bharath. They really didn't want Nikhil amongst his group. But, he was Parikshit tried to speak, but was immediately cut off. Shut the fuck up, Parikshit. I'm sick of your bullshit, you gay shit. Always ruining the plans, Dheeraj said. Nikhil in the background was laughing till his lungs ran out of breath, not realizing how much the duo did not want him. After a couple of minutes of Bharath and Dheeraj roasting the life of Parikshit, they smoothly transitioned to flaming Nikhil alive. Boy, my man, you look like a fat ball of shite. How do you think you can protect the streets of India if you can't even protect your own arteries? Insulted Bharath. Alongside Dheeraj, haha, Nikhil, you fucking retard. Your sweat and stink so much no civilian will ever come up to you for help. After a battering of roast, Nikhil began to get angry, really angry. Veins began to pop out on his temples and sweat like usual dripped from his head. He ran towards Dheeraj, tackling him down in his own house. A range of hits began across both faces. 1 minute it was Nikhil, the next it was Dheeraj. Bharath and Parikshit soon pulled this rough fight apart and calmed the two brawling fools down. As the now four groups sat down in Dheeraj's home, calmed by the incense sticks, they talked and discussed for hours. Discussed about the future of India and its people and this newly formed supergroup, finally accepting that Nikhil's pure weight, fat shit abilities and sweat could come in handy for brute force.